Next up is Jez Higgins, doing the washing up with my brother. Over to you, Jez.
Hello, chums. So I think we're going from Pete's horrendous dad jokes to Dad telling a story. If I'm not by the fireside. So on Tuesday, I was one of the speakers on the Early Careers Day, which is a thing that Gail Hollis has put together for the would have been last year, but the year before as well, for people who are early careers in the early stages of their career. They're maybe just coming up to graduate, or they've just started working as software developers. And I had a really good time because I've been trying to get onto this thing for the last couple of years. When Gail kind of first came up with it, I looked at it, I thought, that's really good. And then when it was announced again for next year, I was like, Gail, I really want to come to this, but you're not going to let me come, are you? No, look, Jez, that's to be silly. Because look, you're 50 years old, mate. You've been programming for money for kind of 25 years. This early, and not really, And so I have been programming for money for 25 years, but 25 years ago. This is not a neat segue. I thought about this. Actually, I thought about this. At the end of that day on Tuesday, we have a little lightning talk session. And I said that I thought lightning talks were really hard. And it was really brilliant that people were doing them because I've never done one. I've done like proper talks, long talks. I've never done a lightning talk because they seem really hard. And then Wednesday morning, Pete, ignorant of this, messaged me and said, "Are you going to do a lightning talk?" And I thought, oh, bastard, now you've asked me. Now I've got an idea. And then I kind of planned that out. And then Kevin did his keynote. And I thought, I'm going to throw that away and talk about something else. And I thought about that. And then I walked my dog this afternoon ahead of this, so I'd be here in time. And then I've got something else. I'm all over the place. But that, context changes, do different things, don't you? But 25 years ago, there I was. We had all my brothers and my mum over for Christmas. And this is not one of those, I want Gene out all the trifle and got tipsy on the sherry. It's not one of those. But I was doing a washing up with my brother. I'm doing that. I'm going into him, and he's like, he's cleaning the thing. And we were talking about nonsense because, we grew up in Norfolk. We're not a particularly kind of profound family. We're not given to kind of reflection and insight. But he's going, and he says, mate, and he's not looking at me, he's looking at the plate. He says, you're like married and you've got a mortgage and a cat and stuff. And I said, yes. And he said, do you feel like a grown-up? And I said, no, not really. No. Because at that time, I seemed to be having a tremendous difficulty with my lifestyle because I had just become a software developer, which was something I'd never intended to do. In fact, I'd rejected becoming a software developer. I'm 50 years old. I'm of that generation that had a home computer. I've done all that programming at night, writing very slow implementations of, very slow versions of Pac-Man and stuff. And then I went to what course thing would you like to do at college? And I met a man who spoke about systems analysts and programmers, and you could hear the capital letters. And he made it sound like just the most boring job. So I went to college and did electronics, and then I loved it. Went to university, did electronics, loved it. Got a job doing electronics, loved it. And then found out I was so specialised, there were only 2 jobs I could possibly do now, and they were both taken by my predecessors. So I had to get a software job. So I was, oh my God, what am I doing? And I'm not saying my brother asking me if I felt like a grown-up was like an epiphany or like the lightning bolt came out of the sky and I was cured. But I don't know. I began to, over time, maybe that kind of got me going. And I think that over time, I actually became at one with being a software developer, actually, and actually coming to things like this, coming to the Accu conference. All the people here have helped me with that very much, and I'm very grateful to you all. So it was a real privilege. It was a real privilege to be able to take part in that early day session. And I hope, this is like a little postscript to that session, I suppose, I hope that the people who took part, the speakers in that will help those participants. And I hope that all of us here at this conference can act for you like everybody here has helped me. Thank you, friends. Thank you for your attention over all the last 25 years. I've finished now, Pete. You can tell a joke.
Here. Thank you very much, Jez. No, that's really cool. Great to hear. Thank you very much. I'm not going to tell a joke. Why did the decorator put on an extra jacket to paint the wall? Because the tin said it would need 2 coats.